Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round two of our league tournament, the last of the pre-rotation standard format that happened at Die Hard Games on April 3rd, 2025. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format everyone wants. League Challenge, April 24th at 6 p.m., and League Cup, May 24th at 12 p.m. All Central Time, all at Die Hard Games. Go see more info in this video's description and check out Pokemon's event locator for premiere and other events at the shop, such as League Challenges, League Cups, pre-releases, and more. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's research this game. On the left, Charizard. On the right, Raging Bolt. Our Charizard player on the left could not find the basic on their first try, so our Raging Bolt player on the right gets a mulligan. They get to draw an extra card before the start of the game, so that's what we're seeing here. But all is good to go now as we see the cards flipped. Duskull versus Teal Mask Ogerpon EX and Hoot Hoot. Our Raging Bolt player on the right is going first here. Let's see what they've got in their turn one. Don't really need too much, but being able to play or draw something would be good. Either way, it's just a pass over to our Charizard player on the left, and they start things out with a Buddy Buddy Poffin, allowing them to search their deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less. Usually it's double Charmander or Charmander Pidgey, just depends on what's in hand. I'd be scared to leave a lone Charmander out, though, against this Raging Bolt deck that's known to be very aggressive and take KOs ASAP. But they settle on the Charmander and the Pidgey here. There's an Ultra Ball, so they can find another Charmander if they wanted. But it looks like they're actually going to just take the risk here and say it's a lot better for me to have Charmander and Pidgey in play so long as they survive compared to two Charmander. So, because they really are valuing that quick search ability here, as well as I guess you have some time with the Charizard deck to build a Charizard, so maybe not the worst thing in the world here. Either way, enough of that. Our player on the right, Raging Bolt player, is continuing their next turn with an Earthen Vessel. That item card has them discard a card, and then they can search their deck for up to 2 basic energy cards. Double Grass found here to get this Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. Dancing, accelerating energy to it, drawing cards, and potentially even attacking. As it does have the Teal Dance ability, you can accelerate a grass energy to the Teal Mask Ogerpon EX and draw a card. So that's what we see happen there. Doesn't count as the attached per turn, of course. So another Teal Mask Ogerpon EX is found on the bench, benched, and then Teal Danced, number 2. Accelerate that grass energy to it, draw a card. There's an Ultra Ball, so we can go find a Raging Bolt. But you got to discard 2 cards in order to play that Ultra Ball. Ooh, Professor Sada's Vitality discarded. That's the big piece of the engine in this deck, as well as another recovery card, another energy retrieval. But they get to go find this Noctowl that has the Jewel Seeker ability when it evolves, and if there's a Terra Pokemon in play, you can search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards to put into your hand. So, costly discards, but big payout here, as they can search for any 2 trainers that'll best let them navigate this situation. Earthen Vessel and Crispin being debated upon here. It's actually going to be Crispin and Nestball that gets added to the hand. Nestball will be played now to find a Raging Bolt, I'm sure. Main character namesake of this deck is found and added to the bench here thanks to the Nestball. Now we're going to see a Curious Crispy, a Crispin be played next. Yes, that supporter card says the player can search their deck for two different basic energy cards, put one of them in your hand, and accelerate the other to a Pokemon that you have in play. So fire, or excuse me, fighting and lightning found. Doesn't matter which way. They're taking shortcuts here. They're going to accelerate one with the Crispin and attach one per turn from hand to the Raging Bolt on the bench. Retreat into it. It's fully powered up. And it has the Bellowing Thunder attack. 70 damage for each basic energy you discard from your side of the field. So just one needing to be discarded. They choose the active to discard it from. I probably would have done it from the bench, but we'll see how it works out as they take a prize card. KOing the Dewskull. Pidgey gets promoted into the active spot, and play resumes over on Charizard's side on the left. They can't start taking KOs without the help of damage modifiers with the Charizard yet, so they're going to play a Jacques. With the Charmeleon grab, it looks like they're playing it a little slower here, which is just fine because Charizard EX attack goes up for each prize card the opponent has taken. Searching for two evolution Pokemon to put into the hand with this Jock supporter here. Charmeleon for sure. And then the Charizard, I guess, for the next turn. Okay, playing it nice and chill and slow. Our Charizard player here is as they evolve on the bench to Charmeleon. There's a counter catcher in hand, and it is live since the opponent has fewer prize cards remaining. So counter catcher then can be played, acts like a boss's orders, bringing up a Noctowl into the active spot. Trying to slow the opponent down a little bit if they can, as they slowly build their way to the Charizard EX. And was that the turn? Oh yeah, it was. Okay. Let's see if the counter catcher slow the opponent down play will pay off for our Charizard player as our Raging Bolt player on the right starts their next turn with another Earthen Vessel, discarding a card from hand. Having a tough choice with this one, and they discard the Pheasantipity EX to search the deck for up to two basic energy cards. Grass Energy to keep on dancing, and they must have a lightning or a way to get one on the bench. Raging Bolt EX because they picked double lightning off of this Earthen Vessel. They eye up their hand for their next best move. It's probably Teal Dancing. Yep, accelerate an energy to Teal Mask Ogerpon. Draw a card with that ability, ×2, as we see the second one done here. Then finding a Nest Ball to search the deck for a basic Pokemon to put onto the bench. And it'll be that Latias EX. Oh, I wonder if they know that Skyliner only provides the free retreat for basic Pokemon. That's what that Latias EX is doing. It has a Skyliner ability. Says that basic Pokemon in play, your basic Pokemon in play, have no retreat costs. But Noctowl is definitely an evolution Pokemon. Yeah, I think that's what was going on here as they attempt to retreat the Noctowl for free, but they catch it here. These are such good players. And they cannot retreat that Noctowl for free with the Skyliner ability. So the Nest Ball could have definitely found something more relevant for this turn at least, though getting the Latias EX in play and the ability online is not a bad thing, thinning out of the deck as well. So they play a Professor Sada's Vitality to accelerate a basic energy from the discard pile to up to two of your ancient Pokemon in play. There's just one ancient Pokemon in play, so just one energy accelerated this time, and then draw three cards with that Professor Sada's Vitality supporter card there. Area 0 Underdepths found, If the players have a Terra Pokemon in play, their new bench size is 8. The Teal Mask Ogerpon are Terra Pokemon, so we've got 5, but we can go up to 8 here as we see a third Teal Dance per turn, accelerating Grass Energy to a third Ogerpon and drawing a card. Another Earthen Vessel played, discarding the useless at this point Squawkabilly EX. So search the deck for 2 more basic energy cards. So you can see how this Raging Bolt deck can ramp up and get very scary, especially for Charizard. The Raging Bolt can one-shot it as well as the Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. Alright, Noctowl gets an energy attached to it for a turn to pay retreat now into the Raging Bolt EX. Only has to discard 1 basic energy on their side for Bellowing Thunder to KO the 60 HP Pidgey. That Pidgey not wanting to go down there as it's Charmeleon versus the world here. The play resumes over on Charizard EX's side. The Charizard EX evolving in the active spot. Now its Infernal Rain ability is activated, allowing the player to look for up to three fire energy cards from their deck, attach them to their Pokemon in any way they like. Double fire, only found here. That's all that's needed to power up Charizard's EX. Burning Darkness, that does 180 plus 30 more for each prize card your opponent has taken. They put a Gouging Fire EX on the bench. It's important to have bench Pokemon most of the time in the Pokemon trading card game, because if your only Pokemon in play gets KO'd, you instantly lose the game. So I think that's the main reason they're benching that Gouging Fire here. Yep, that's Charizard EX, Burning Darkness, swinging for 250, right? Or 240. Swinging for 240, and that's enough to KO the opposing Raging Bolt EX. Now, do we have the Charizard sweep online for our Charizard player? We'll have to find out as Latias EX is promoted into the active spot on the right. Replacement Raging Bolt EX comes down. Fan Rotom comes down. I guess to have another one prizer in play that could swing. Okay, Boss's Orders will bring up the Gouging Fire EX. That Pokemon has 2 retreat, so now our Raging Bolt player trying to slow down the Charizard player. Latias EX with Skyliner free retreats into the Fan Rotom. Yep, Sacrificial Fan Rotom and pass. Can you get out of the active spot? Arvin is being played for our Charizard player on the left now. If they have a switch, they've got the cape, the hero's cape for sure. There we go. They've got the basic switch. As Arvin lets them find an item card and a tool card from their deck to put into their hand. So put the cape on the Charizard EX. That pink A-Spec card gives it plus 100 HP for 30 that Charizard has right now. Basic Switch moves it into the active spot, and Burning Darkness KOs the Fan Rotom for another prize. For our Charizard player, his Raging Bolt EX stomps into the active spot on the right, and play resumes there. We need Professor Sada's Vitality. We need another Raging Bolt in play, and all the required energy needed to one-shot the 430 HP monster across from it. So it looks like they attach a basic fighting from hand to the active Raging Bolt. Ooh, just to power it up for next turn, and then they free retreat thanks to Latias EX Skyliner into the Noctowl. Sacrificial Noctowl now and pass. So Charizard EX finding a Boss's Orders would be great. It'd be easier, if the Pidgeot EX could find it, but that's not an option currently. Either way, taking prize cards and chill is good. Getting another Charmander down would be good, and they've got the boss the whole time. So Boss's Orders bring up the Latias EX is interesting. Really fearing the free retreat over the Raging Bolt with an energy on it. Okay. Anything else to do? Maybe you play this Ultra Ball for another Charmander. But no, this chart they believe their Charizard is going to take them all the way. If not, they've got a um, Gouging Fire they can manually attach to. Either way, KO the Latias for 2 more prize cards. Our Charizard player does. Going down to 1. Raging Bolt stomps into the active spot once more on the right. Ultra Ball is played aggressively, discarding 2 cards from hand. Is it double Noctowl? To search the deck for? No. Our Raging Bolt players had enough. They see the writing on the wall with the 1 prize card remaining and offers the concession to our Charizard player. What do you think of this video in the commentary? Please leave feedback in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our players for letting their game be captured so we can all learn and enjoy. And I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.